Good evening and welcome to the SwiftSole live stream with myself, Josh, aka the LuckyBotter. And thank the Lord, we have actually got a drop that is worth coming to watch me for. I mean, every week it's worth coming to watch me, by the way. But this one is even better. We've actually got the box logo for this season dropping. And I'm going to be totally honest, there are some designs in this that are some of my favourite box logos. Not ever, but for the last few seasons. I mean, I'm wearing my cross box logo just for some luck. But this isn't nothing compared to what's coming out. And interestingly, there are quite a lot of different designs. And I'm going to give you some advice on how to run, and what to run. Because it's going to be a bit of a confusing one tomorrow. And not only that, don't forget the Supreme like to muck around on big drops. Look what they did with dunks. So anything can happen tomorrow. But, however, we have got a decent collab coming up with a very old-fashioned designer from like 1910 or 1914 or some rubbish like that. How is everyone doing today? It's worth it. Probably good. Bot protection. Mehmet knows what I'm talking about, but don't worry. SwiftSole's got your back. You know they're going to be ready for bot protection. And anyway, when it comes to Supreme's bot protection, what they do is put it up at the beginning, and then technically speaking, they're going to drop ticket at some point, and then all of a sudden, it's going to be a lot easier for SwiftSole to get through, no matter what. Anyway, how are you guys? I am good, thank you. I have to announce that I did become a dad 3 days ago. I cannot believe it. The LuckyBotter is now a dad. I never thought I'd become a dad, but my wife did give birth to a beautiful girl. So that's kind of been sorting out all my time. I think the producer was pretty shocked when I said I'm coming in today, to be honest. And I actually came in looking like I'm not dead and not tired, even though I am in the background. Anyway, but yeah, that's kind of been engulfing me. So that's kind of been my W for my life, to be fair. Anyway, so this week, obviously, we've got a big collab. There's one of the biggest box logos dropping, but there is some other stuff dropping as well that you cannot sleep on, especially the jet ski. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but the jet ski is finally dropping. However, don't expect that to come up on the website. Expect that to be F&F only, and they've probably already been backdoored. But even if they were on the website, you're looking at thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of pounds in order for you to cop one of these jet skis, in all honesty. Anyway, more like an L for life. Listen, Drew, I don't want none of that negativity here, sir, about an L for life. Are you nuts, fam? Anyway, the lucky father. Thank you, Wesley. Thank you for all the congrats, guys. Oh, I want to know, me and the producer are actually talking today. Where are you guys from? So put down in the comments, what country are you guys coming from? What country are you botting from? Which country Supreme are you trying to get? I did actually go for in-store. I don't know if you saw, but Supreme updated the way in which you register for in-store, because what they do now is actually text you your L. I loved it. So basically, if you can get this on the screen in a second for me. Let me find it. There we go. Mr. Producer, if you can get my phone up on the screen. Thanks for this, Supreme. Here. Thanks for this, mate. Right at the bottom, look. You haven't been selected. I've never had that text in my life. So when I saw Supreme come through, I haven't been selected. At least they're going to tell me. That's the main thing. At least they are going to tell me. So most people are actually from the US, to be fair. Italy, Germany, France. There's quite a few. But I'm going to go through this at some point. Glasgow, Scotland. It's a dump. You know what, Liam? Glasgow back in the day, if I was English, I would never go there. Whereas now it's kind of, you know, a bit more hip, it's a bit more centric, so they've kind of changed it. I used to go to Perth quite a lot. That was the same situation. They didn't like me because I was English. Anyway, so let's dive straight into it. I'm going to bring SwiftSole up, and we are going to be talking about this week's drop. Now, first and foremost, there's a bit of some advice that we're going to give you for this drop, because basically, as you can see behind me, and as you've probably seen on all the drop list, that actually this drop now, they've got loads of different box logos. I think there's 9 different ones. There's 3 different colorways on the white of the box logo, 3 on the gray and 3 on the black. That's going to confuse the hell out of everyone, because who knows the colors that they're going to choose. So if you are botting the EU, unfortunately, you guys are the guinea pigs. Some colors may not pick up. However, for the US, it will be updated for you guys, and any other bot protection, hopefully an update will be sorted as well. We've just seen, okay, so the jet ski that's coming out, which is the Sea-Doo. So the jet ski is a Sea-Doo. A Sea-Doo is one of the best jet skis out there. Well, a decent jet ski is £8,400 just on an entry-level package. So you can expect that to be about 15 to 20k with Supreme adding their rubbish to it. What will happen if Supreme pushes some mad protection? They won't get pregnant. Simple. It's easy. If they push crazy protection where SwiftSole can't get through, you are going to find that there is going to be an issue. All right. That's around $12,000 for the jet ski with retails, by the way. But yeah, listen, Supreme might pull some mad protection. Who knows? But I have faith in SwiftSole. If so, they may push an update midway through the drop. And you know that people hit on restocks most of the time anyway. No matter what you're botting, no matter how you're botting, most of the time Supreme is coming up clutch for restocks. They drip feed their stock. So as long as you can hit on a restock, you will be fine. All right, so let's look at what's coming on. First of all, the belt. Belt is a very high retail. Just on Pucci, basically, I'm sure back in the day they were a ski brand. I think they were a winter brand where they were very much like all about loud colours on the ski slopes, and they're one of the first people in order to do that. I believe they're Italian. And then obviously they moved into ready-to-wear fashion. Ready-to-wear fashion is basically just not bespoke. From there, he's now looking at designs that are very abstract, loads of different shapes. I forgot what they kind of call this style. But anyway, the box logo that you're seeing is very, very much in style with Emilio Pucci and his designs. And it was back in the day in France on the Alps where a lot of people started to realise who he was and all of his different designs. Everyone wanted to flex on the Alps. But yeah, there you go. A little bit of fun fact. That was absolutely not worth it for you at all. Anyway, the belt, bit too high of a retail. Will it resell? I don't know. There may be some lunch money in it, but honestly speaking, I wouldn't really go for it. The sunglasses. Unfortunately, the cat sunglasses are they're one of the iconic pieces in Emilio Pucci's thing. Oh, here we go. It was in the 1950s. He originated on a scarf. There we go. Abstract. I did say abstract. All right. So his first design was on a scarf. There we go. Sorted. Yeah, the sunglasses are an iconic shape anyway for this fashion designer. So that's always going to have a high retail. So it won't have any resale, unfortunately. I do like the Zippo lighter. However, we've seen the Swarovski Zippo, the ceramic Zippos, etc. all tank. Now, the reason why they usually crash in regards to resale on the market is because you see it time and time again come out with the exact same design on the next season. This is the first time Emilio Pucci has done a collaboration with Supreme. It might be the only time. So this might be the only lighter that drops, or the only Zippo that drops. So you may want to risk it, especially if you are a collector of Zippos. Can you use proxies with SwiftSole? No, you cannot, I'm afraid. No, you cannot. It's important to note that every bot will struggle with Supreme updates. Exactly that. Listen, SwiftSole can do exactly what they can, but they can't, unfortunately, look at the future. Yeah, they can't, I forgot what they call it. They can't, you know what I mean? Predict the future. There we go. They can't predict the future. So if there is some mad bot protection, SwiftSole will be looking at it closely. And who knows, they may be able to push an update no matter what for the US. However, if you're EU, don't stop. Don't just, chuck your phone across the room. Keep on going for restocks, because at some point, bot protection will come down. Now, if they do what they did on the Dunk drop, where they add an extra button, there's nothing that SwiftSole can do to account for that on the EU drop. I'm just going to be honest with you, and any developer will be honest with you to say, look, they're working hard and hard again. They do not develop this bot, push updates, get me in to do this, and we, do a lot of stuff behind the scenes in regards to this, in order for you guys not to hit. That's not what they're doing, all right? They want you to hit. If you don't hit, it's a bit of a disappointment for you. But if they find that their users don't hit, mate, that's their job, yeah? And they feel, it's bad for developers when that happens. But trust me, trust SwiftSole. Don't worry, just run it, and I'm sure everyone will be good. What time is the drop for France time? It's usually 11 a.m. local time, so whatever local time that is to you. Runners drop or restock. We will go through that in a second, and I will answer any of your questions. Do not worry, do not panic. Supreme Montana Minicans. So Montana is a spray paint, basically, brand. Montana is one of the biggest spray paint brands. So if someone is into tagging and graffiti, Montana is a big brand for that, and they are one of the best out there. So a lot of people are liking the Minicans. I'll go for that 100%. I don't know if they usually do Minican sets. Oh, here we go. Sorted 150 cans, 10 cans. They're not really minis. But yeah, generally speaking, I think that's a cool set. Don't be going out tagging your city with like SwiftSole or anything like that. If you do, take a picture though. But don't be doing that, because SwiftSole won't like it, to be honest. But there should be some, lunch money, 12 quid, 15 quid, something like that. But it's quite a cool item. I like that to be stacked up on a shelf if you do collect a load of accessories. Camp Cap will get away from that. The Supreme 6 panels. 6 panels have not been doing the greatest recently. Maybe $10, something like that on top. It's just not the best at all. Listen, Bitter. Is that Beta? Beta Live Cop. Get out of here. All the gestures last people in chat if they say Swift's not working though. Oh, listen, Ben. Listen. Everyone. Mate, if Swift don't work, neither do the other bots most of the time. Listen, I'm loving the smoking jacket, by the way. I want one of them for personal. I'm going to get one, and I'm going to wear it on the next Live Cop. Or on the next setup, sorry. Whoa. No, I'm not. I just saw the retail. Jesus. Okay, it's silk. I thought it said $195. It says $1,190. No, absolutely not. Sorry, listen, I'll do a lot for these, these setups lives. I'm not paying $1,200 for that jacket. I'm not doing it. It is pretty cool though. So if you want to flex, I think it's about £1,000. Yeah, £1,000 is no. I've got a baby now. I can't do that. I physically can't do it. We then look at the sport jacket. Again, the jackets are coming with pants this drop as well. I really do like the designs. I think they're cool. I just don't think they're that wearable. I really don't think that going to have that much of a demand in regards to the full pattern pieces. But I do like it. I think they are pretty cool, to be fair. I do like that Supreme has gone totally to Emilio Pucci's designs and they haven't just tried to add like massive Supreme branding over it. I do like that they've kept it very clean and they've kept it very classic. But I don't think it's going to have that much of a resale. And don't worry, please don't worry. I will ensure that I answer all your questions. Please do not panic. They have the sport pants to go with the jackets, but look, if you want to go for those, you're looking at around $500 for the suit. More power to you if you want it for personal, and that is a bit of a personal item as well. But generally speaking, it's not. The sweatpants, they're a bit out there. Do you know what? The sweatpants and the design of the sweatpants kind of remind me of like a stained glass window, a bit Versace, if that makes sense. It is a bit Versace with the different colours, like the gold, the blacks, etc. Looks a bit like a parrot as well. But yeah, it's not going to resell, unfortunately, just because, again, it's too out there. Look at that set. It is way too out there for anyone to be wearing. The rayon, is that the rayon shirt there? I believe it is. It doesn't say rayon, but I believe it's. Do you know what? I think the rayon shirt is probably one of the most wearable items in this capsule because you can wear that with jeans. You can partner that with shorts. It's just rayon shirts don't do well with Supreme. They just don't. Now, for me, the black and white colorway is easy to wear, but it's a bit too easy to wear. The pink's not the best and the blue's quite cool. But I don't know. It's not really. I don't think it's going to resell, in all honesty. I really don't. But I like it. I wouldn't wear it, but I like it. And if anyone wears it, more power to you. And actually, you're pretty cool. They do have the shorts. The soccer shorts are really cool. So those that know, I have the full Arab soccer box logo kit. I think it's called Arab Supreme logo. Arab Supreme logo. Arabic logo. There we go. And I do like these shorts. I might go for a pair of these shorts, to be honest. $138. I might actually go for the black ones because they're easy to wear at home in the garden and stuff. White t-shirt or whatever. I do actually quite like these. Do you know what? I've just talked myself into it. I'm going to go for them for personal. There we go. Sorted. Terry basketball shorts. Don't even bother. Then hooded sweatshirt. Not going to have the best of resales, in all honesty. The world is yours hooded sweatshirt. No one wants that. Thank you, Supreme, but no thank you, sir. And of course, the main event. And we are now looking at the Emilio Pucci box logo. So again, what Supreme's doing is basically these three box logo designs. One of them's like a pink, one of them's a blue, one of them's a black and white. It's the same as what they're doing with all their tracksuits, but what they're also doing is dropping every single colorway on white, grey and black. So you've now got 9 different styles of box logos dropping. Now everyone's saying this is going to tank because there's too many styles. If we look, usually there's around 6 colors that will drop for a box logo drop, like a yellow color, a white, a pink, a black, even a grey, and then you might even get a purple. Yeah, sometimes a red. So it can usually vary anywhere between 6 to 8 colors anyway. So there's only one extra colorway. Now it is true. People are coming away a bit from box logos. However, I do believe that this is one of the most wearable box logos that have come out in recent times on a t-shirt. If you think about the last one, this cross, not many people like it because it's not a real box logo. Then the last t-shirt we got before that was the long sleeve BOGO. So as a short sleeve, I honestly think this can do very well. I really do. If we think before this, I think the last t-shirt was the bandana or the paisley print. I'm sure it was the bandana logo. I'm sure it was on a t-shirt. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But the bandana logo is still doing very well. Will it do as well as that? It might. It really might. Will it do as well as the Milan? No, because the Milan was very limited and only dropped in store, where people thought it might drop online as well. However, it's a very wearable colorway. All of the colorways are very wearable. I'm really loving the grey with the blue box logo. I think that is really clean. Now, the problem is, though, is that these colors that you're seeing on the logo could mean anything. That could be aqua, that could be blue, that could be royal. So some advice I'm going to give you guys in a second. I would recommend taking it, but it is a gamble because you may not get the one that you want to get. And I'll explain that in a second. Let's just go down to the last ones. Logo S pocket tee. Do you know what? I quite like that. I like the S logo. I always did. What they've done is a small pocket with an S on it. And it is pretty cool. But it's overshadowed by the box logo. It really is. And then we've got the actual soccer jersey. Oh, I didn't see the soccer jersey. Let's see that properly. Do you know what? I would have liked that if it wasn't for the collar. If it wasn't for that collar there, you see like the sort of polo neck, I would have gone for that. But the Arabic logo one has just like a normal collar, around that collar sort of thing. Otherwise, I would have gone for the full kit. I'm not going for the full kit this time, unfortunately for you. So, again, let's have a look. So, we're going to have... Come on, Josh. There we go. We have the blue box logo. We have the pinkish one. Listen, don't use this as your color keywords, please. I don't know what the colors are. And then the black and white one. And again, you're going to get the blue one on a black, a grey, and a white t-shirt. The same with a pink and the same with a black and white. Okay? So because of that, we have got some information for you guys. So let's look at how we would set up the task and what we would recommend going for. So first and foremost, quantity is 1. I say this every week. I'm not going to dwell on it. I know some of you guys may be new and you may have just purchased SwiftSole. And by the way, now is the time to get premium for this month, especially on the box logo drop, because we do have a promotion for you guys, and I'm going to explain that in a second. There's a couple of features that you will want to use, and I'm 100% using anyway. So quantity is 1. You can only hit 1 box logo, no matter you can't get a grey, a black, and a white. Even if they're the different color box logos, you just can't. That's not how Supreme works. So it's 1 box logo per person. Now, when I mean per person, it means you have to have an individual person in your profiles going for it. Different name, different address, different email, different card, and different phone number. So what you need is different virtual cards. You need different addresses, or you can jig your address. So in other words, you can make your address look different on a different profile. For instance, if I lived at 1 Bond Street, I might do 1 Band Street, because you can still use the same postcode. Because Supreme knows, and all websites know, that multiple households will have the same postcode, or at least near on the same postcode, all right? So different cards, different phone numbers, and your email address must be different as well, because otherwise when you get to checkout, you'll get a duplicate error and you will not be able to check out. And by the time you've gone into that profile to check it out and work it all out, you would have lost out, unfortunately, especially on something like this. So quantity is always 1. Size. Now, there is a chance that Supreme can go to XXL. However, mostly on box logos, they only go on to XL. I will answer your questions, I do promise. I might get the producer to throw some up as we're going along as well. That might be helpful, if you don't mind, producer. Ones that you think you would ask. That'd be good. Producer's a Supreme cook now, by the way. But generally speaking, I wouldn't go for XXL just because there is a bit of a risk in doing that. Now, the way in which that you sell out, or the most hyped sizes, are small, XL, then large, then medium. Medium's always easiest to hit. That's my size, by the way, so I love that it's easiest to hit. But small, XL, large, then medium. All right? Now, generally speaking, all sizes on this product is going to be profitable. Your small and XLs are going to be most profitable, but medium will still gather some resale, in my opinion. Now, of course, this is Supreme, and there's so many people that get Supreme, and even though they'll spend 50 quid on a t-shirt, they feel the need to get rid of it within a day, and they get scared that it's gone down by £5 or £2. So what they'll do is they'll sell it at a loss, and they'll tank the whole market. So most of it is a hold. Most of it. However, generally speaking, box logos do well straight from the off. Now, colours. As you can see, SwiftSole has tried to work out the best colour combinations. All right? So the first colour is the colour of the t-shirt. So white, 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 black, 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 grey, grey, grey. That's the base colour. Then the next colour is of the box logo. However, we don't know what the colours are going to be. So my advice to you is just run random. Run your size that you want on multiple tasks and just go random. That is going to be your best bet. You may not get the one that you want. However, you may still get one. And that's all that really counts. You can trade, or you can sell one, buy another personal, or whatever you want. All right. Again, I will go through your questions at some point. Please do bear with me while I'm going through this task setup. Before I go through the settings, I'll do some questions. Then I'll do some questions after again, I do promise. Now, profile, you pick what one you've got. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it means I can technically go for 6 BOGOs, 1 per person. All right. So, Capture Harvester. This is where you may want to sign up for premium. So what SwiftSole has done, if you looked at the pinned comment, they're doing a promotion for the box logo drop where you get the first month of premium 50% off. So that's $1.99 for the month. So if today is a box logo, next week's a good hype collab, you're going to be able to use premium for that. And by the way, you can cancel at any time. After that, it goes to $3.99 a month, which is worth it for the features you get anyway. And I'll explain those features in just a second. One of them is one of the capture modes. Now, capture, again, I say this every week, is basically when you have to... Sorry, I'm hitting the microphone. Getting so excited. It basically you have to solve the squares that come up and say, find the fire hydrant. It's trying to work out whether you're a human or not. Now, you can avoid those captures if you have something called a high V2 score. This is done invisibly in the background. And the way it does that is gathering data from Google. So if you're signed in to a Google account in your browser, it can sometimes think that you're human, or it knows you're human because you've got all different activity on that Google account. So what can you do inside of SwiftSole? Easy. You can sign into a Google account, and if it's got a high trust score, you can then breeze through and you don't get any captures. Now, what I'd recommend that you do is check if you've got, say, 5 Gmail accounts, go onto Google and do V2 score checker. V2 score checker, and it will check your score. And if you've got anything below a 0.9, it's a bit risky. You generally need anywhere between 0.8 and above in order to get a 1-click. So if you get anything from 0.9, you are good to go. Not only that, but if you've got premium, you have a mode for AYCD. AYCD is an auto-solving software. It is an extra expense because it's not owned by SwiftSole. It's a third party that own this software, and I use it a lot. Basically, what you can do is add in multiple Gmail accounts, and it will send all the 1-clicks to SwiftSole, which is amazing because now most 1-clicks will run out after a few requests because your score gets hammered and goes down, right? Usually after between 5 to 10. So if you have to keep on going to checkout and it's out of stock, checkout out of stock, say 5 times, you may now lose your 1-click. Doesn't mean you're going to lose the item because most people are using 1-clicks at that point, but in AYCD, you've got tons of Gmails you can add in. So your 5 Gmails you can add in and get the 1-clicks. Now again, AYCD is an extra expense, so do make sure you check that out. I think it's around $25 a month on top, but you may use it for other sites and different bots going forward. It's like a whole other thing. And you get a load of different things in regards to AYCD as well. There's loads of stuff. Go down in the description below. There is also a promo code where you do get a slight discount, and we've got a whole guide on setting that up down in the description. So I'm going to be doing AYCD. I might as well set up while I'm here. Anyway, then task mode. You've got 2 different modes, drop mode and restock mode. It's very simple. Just before it drops, go for drop mode. After around 10 minutes or 15 minutes, if you haven't hit, if you want to, you can now stop the task, go to restock mode, start again, and it's got a different type of request that it will use in order to try and hit the item. Up to you if you want to carry on with drop mode. I have before and hit, but if you want to, go for restock mode. Now, usually there is also PayPal checkout. I do not recommend, and neither does SwiftSole, running PayPal checkout. That's mainly in beta. That was there when Supreme was having some payment processing issues with 3DS. Don't use PayPal checkout. It generally doesn't work when there's high traffic to the website. That's the first thing that goes down. So I wouldn't personally recommend using that. And then lastly, start time. You can set a timer. I like to set manual just in case. You know, all of this stuff, sometimes technology doesn't help or doesn't work for us. So I always like to start it manually. So what we do is we save task. Okay, now I'm going to do another one with a different profile. Same thing. And now I should have in my tasks 2 different basic tasks ready to roll. So I'm going random, everything's random because I just want to hit something, right? Now, another thing that you can do if you have got premium is something called Multicart. Now, please, I'm going to show you this with a box logo. Do not try and Multicart box logos. It's not going to work, all right? Because at the end of the day, you can't have more than one of these items. I'll show you Multicart. So let's say you're like, do you know what? I want one of those belts because I'm weird. I'm going to add that in as a save. We look at on our tasks what it was. So that one is soldo 3, soldo 3. So what I can do now is I can actually change the carts. So I'll go plus, Multicart. And what I can do is I can move soldo 3, when it wants to for me, there we go, into the other cart with soldo 3. So now what SwiftSole will do is try and check out both of those items under the same cart, which means that I'm going to save on shipping. But don't, for the sake of $5, just go for Multicart. Just for the sake of $5. There is no point, because you are going to lose the box logo if you do that. Don't do it for that or nothing else. Don't worry about this. I've lost my... somehow I've lost my signal, but don't worry. We're all good. It's all right. We're still on YouTube. It's not a problem. Anyway, then, just before you're about to start, make sure you've added a Gmail. That's right in the middle there. Not only that, but your harvester is up. So this is where if there are any captures, even if your 1 clicks have run out, your captures will come in this box right here. So it means you can quickly solve them. And generally speaking, doing it with your fingers is going to be faster than doing it with a mouse. So you have got a bit of an advantage there. Now, when we're ready to roll, usually 1 minute before the drop, press plus and start all. You are ready to roll. Okay? Now, some other tips that some people are asking as well. First and foremost, we recommend running on Wi-Fi rather than running on mobile network. However, if you're out and about and you haven't got Wi-Fi, then of course you can still run on mobile. The reason why we recommend running on Wi-Fi is because you're always going to get a higher ping time, and the ping time is what matters, not really the internet speed. It's the ping to the website, and Wi-Fi always has the highest ping time. Start 1 minute before. I wouldn't recommend mucking up with delays. We're back. I wouldn't recommend mucking around with delays. SwiftSole know what's going on in the background with Supreme. Let SwiftSole deal with those delays. Okay? It's very, very simple. Just making sure there's nothing I haven't missed. Don't think there is. Let's have a look at some of your questions. Give me 1 second. No, proxies are not needed for SwiftSole. You can run. I've run 10 tasks for loads of time. For a long time. And I've not got banned. So it's pretty simple. I was selected for the Milan BOGO. Congratulations, my sir. Do any proxies actually work Supreme Initial at this point? Very hard to find good proxies for Supreme. What happens? Supreme pushes some bot protection. We already went through that. Should I run restock mode? Remember, run restock mode maybe 20 minutes into the drop if you wish. Can I go out and tag that lovely new Tesla, Josh? Listen, Ratbag, I do like you, mate, but I'm telling you, you're treading on thin ice, sir. You are treading on thin ice. Can we cart more BOGO tomorrow since there are 6 different ones? No. So that's a good question because people all want to know that, Rickan, where can you have more than one BOGO? No, you can't. You can only cop one colour and that's it. You'll get blocked. Just get different profiles, get different cards. Very, very simple. There we go. I love it. That's fine. How many tasks can I run with one card? I'd recommend only running 1 task per card. Honestly, because Supreme can see you making multiple requests if you're going for the same item. So sometimes you will get blocked. It's very, very simple. They also released a Takashi Murakami BOGO. Let's have a look. Yeah, the retro. So the rayon looks like retro. I think that as well, 100%. Don't touch delays. Henry, you are very smart, sir. Listen to Henry. How much is a spray can going to... Why are you shouting, Kunzang? If you go into the actual app, you can see what we think it's going to go for. It's not going to be that much for both retail and resale. What's going on? For retail and resale, I'll show you it on the thing here. Retail's around $38. Resale's around $50. So it's not that big of a deal. Again, I've said don't use PayPal. Yes, I've used a catch-all and it's been fine. So my catch-all's fine. So maybe. How many BOGO tasks should we make per profile? 1. Don't make more than 1, I recommend. We can use the same address multitask. Well, it has to be the same address if it's multicart. You know what I mean? What's the website to check Gmails? Just go onto Google and type in V2 Score Checker. V2 Score Checker, you'll find one. How many tasks for an iPhone SE 2020? It's too hard to say that because even if you had the same iPhone as me, you might have different amount of apps, you might have different things in the background working, you might have different Wi-Fi, you might even have different battery life because the way in which you charge it, it's too hard to say how many. But generally speaking, 10 is the sweet spot for most phones. iPhone 3, Jesus Christ. AF1 usually restock on a Friday, Monday. That is correct, Carlos. So generally speaking, AF1s or Air Force 1s generally restock on a Friday, but we have seen them restock on a Monday as well. How's my day going? It is going very, very good. Thank you, sir. I do recommend only going for random for the colour. You can go for a certain size, but I'll be just running random tomorrow with a bunch of different tasks, and fingers crossed I hit that beautiful grey one. Oh, that one. This beautiful grey one right here. That's the one I want. I want the beautiful grey with the blue. I really want that. But anyway, it is what it is. It's not Monday, it is Thursday. Mies, what we're saying to you, sir, is the Air Force Ones usually restock on either a Friday or a Monday. But of course, normal Supreme drop is on a Thursday. Can you use same address with different names? No, sirree, you can't. They will still block you. You can't use it with different names. Because guess what? Supreme don't like if two people from the same place want to order something. It's dumb. It is so dumb, I know. Just jig your address. So if you live on 1 Smith Street, do 1 Smithy Street or something like that. AF1 been stocking on Tuesday. Listen, who knows about AF1s? AF1's a bit bricky now anyway, so no point. Ah, hello, Carlos. Calling me cute and that. I'm not cute. 3-letter jig. Yeah, 3-letter jig usually works. It does usually work. Tuesdays. All right, Mies, Tuesday. Can just change the street name. Yeah, most of the time you can just change the street name. Just keep the postcode the same. But bear in mind, if the street name is totally changed, your postman might go, or UPS might go, that's wrong, and send it back to Supreme, and then you're catching an L straight away. Which virtual cards do you recommend, Josh? I only use Soldo. You can see on there. I use Soldo all the time. I have about 200 cards, and it automatically solves 3DS. What a dream. I use it for everything. What if they do something new, like another button? I'll tell you what. We'll get SwiftSole to check the future, and then add something to the app. I'm joking. There's nothing that we can do. It's very simple as that. There's nothing that can be done. If Supreme want to pull some shit for bots, they'll pull some shit. So, unfortunately, let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. Revo. Listen, don't even get me started on Revolut. If Revolut want to watch this video, let them watch this video. You are absolute thieving people. I was going to swear. And I'll have something coming for that soon. But they are thieves, mate. You have got over £100,000 of money held from botters. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, we move on. Wish me luck tomorrow. Good luck, Alexander. And that's with SwiftSole. Good luck, 100%. I hope everyone here hits. I hope they do. I have an old iPhone SE. How many tasks do you recommend? Ooh, don't go more than 10. Definitely not. Maybe 5. Maybe 5. Yeah, I know, Axel. It's ridiculous. They've still got my money. Still got my money. My child can't eat. Luckily, she has breast milk. That's what I'm eating currently as well, because I've got no money. Jig your address. Yeah, absolutely jig your address. I have 5 different cards, but all the same name. Can I still run 5 profiles? Yes, you will be fine. 11 a.m. all countries, Nico. Correctamundo. Remember, hold and don't tap the market. Carlos, well done. That's probably one of the biggest bits of advice I can give to you. Don't start undercutting, for God's sake. This is a decent BOGO. Just hold on to it. It's like 50 quid out of your pocket. If you can't afford to hold £50, you shouldn't be buying this in the first place. I'm sorry, you really shouldn't. Yeah, it's still online. Wait. Yes, Galaxy, I am. You know why? Because Revolut's holding all my money. Can I set up with Soldo if I don't have a business? No, unfortunately you can't. It's business only. Wish you the best on tomorrow's doc. Thank you since the beginning. Thank you, Angel. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a weird ride, to be fair, for the last over a year. It's been crazy. Who would have thought I would be doing something like this when I first started YouTube? It's crazy. What delays should we run on Swift? Don't. Leave them as standard. Leave them on Swift's end. Don't do any custom delays. That is my biggest piece of advice. Did you cough the TNF coach jacket? No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't like the quality was rubbish. It was just too flimsy, as you said, Liam. It wasn't for me. Does privacy work? No, it doesn't. It doesn't work at all, unfortunately. Are you going for the spray cans? I don't think I am personally. It's not really something that I want. I'm not a tagger. I've never been a graffiti artist, so it's not really something I'm going to go for. Nice G-Shock. Thank you, sir. It's AP in a few months. Nice. So one of my favourite watches in my collection is an AP 15400 black dial. That's my watch. So I bought this to kind of in homage to it. I love it. Does your full name have to match up to the card name? Nope, not at all. It's Thrasher this season. I'm unsure. Should I turn Double Harvester on if I'm running more than a couple tasks? Austin, I find that Double Harvester usually lags the phone, so I wouldn't do that at all. Does running SwiftSole on Wi-Fi or data matter? It does sing. The reason why is because your Wi-Fi will always have a better ping time compared to mobile data, so we recommend going for Wi-Fi if you can. Do Apple cards and Venmo cards work? I'm unsure on that. I've never used them. I believe Venmo does. I'm unsure on Apple cards. I'm really sorry about that. Did you make an extra vid about Revolut? No, but it's coming. It will come. 100%. When I've had enough sleep, it will come. What's the website you look to check? George, as I say, go on to Google, and just type V2 score checker, and that'll find it. I use AYCD. It gives me a score number on there. Can you put your middle name in a billing name? Did you get? Potentially, that might work. Just try it out. Don't pay a PayPal. Nope, don't use PayPal. Apple Cards work. Thank you, Court. So Court has confirmed that Apple Cards do work. Double Harvester never made my iPhone 12 Max lag. All right, Jonas, it's a weird flex, son. That is a weird flex. But a lot of people do get lags on Double Harvester. But if you don't get it, obviously run it. Class action lawsuit. Pff, behave. I haven't got the money for that. You nuts. They will kill me. I just want my money back. I want my money back. Just got here. So only 8 tasks max, right? iPod Pro, iPhone 11. 10 at the most. 10 tasks at the most. Again, listen. You can tell me you got an iPhone 27, mate. But I don't know what apps you got on there. I don't know what's in the background. I don't know what Wi-Fi you're running on. I don't know what mobile data you're running on. I don't know how well your iPhone has, held up to your charging and the heat in your country. Like, I can't give you a specific number of tasks. We just don't recommend, no matter who you are, what you got, above 10 tasks. That's it. But just don't be an idiot and go, oh, if I've got an iPhone 8, I'm going to go for 10 tasks, as Josh told me to. No, I'm saying that as like a high spec one. Maybe go for 5 or 8. Use your brain. You should be all right. First time using SwiftSole. Any recommendations? Yes. Cross your fingers and hope Supreme don't pull some fast shit, because it's going to be anyone's guess as to what happens tomorrow. But just persevere. Most people hit on restocks, not on initial. So if you don't hit straight away, don't panic. That is normal. That is very, very normal. Do not panic. So if I don't hit, it's your fault, right, Josh? Yeah, I mean, why not, mate? Yeah, everyone blames me for everything, to be honest. People blame me for tanking the markets. People blame me for burning loops. People blame me for bot prices going up and down. Blame me for it. I don't care. Like, whatever. Blame me. I'll get blamed for everything anyway. Did you cop the Palace AMG T? AMG Mercedes. You will never catch me driving a Mercedes. Nor will you catch me driving an AMG. No. So the answer is disgusting. No. Do you think all sizes will make... Yeah, 100%. I think all sizes will make that profit. 100%. Apple only. There we go. Will Supreme work on personal hotspot? You should be good. Go for it. See what happens. You want a G63? I tell you what, Axel... You know what? I'll back you up on that one. The only good car Mercedes make is the G-Wagon, because it's pointless as hell. And they still are able, with 150k price tag, give you plastic handles. Any car company that gives you plastic handles, and also, by the way, reverse parking sensors that don't work because the spare wheel on the back is actually wider than your bumper. So if you follow it, you're going to hit something for 150k. Mate, hats off to you. I had a G-Wagon for 6 months. It was an unbelievably stupid and pointless car, but I absolutely loved it. Because they just went, you know what? Screw you. You're paying 150k. Here's some plastic door handles, mate. I loved it. What guys? What guys? Does SwiftSole... I'm not even... Emmanuel, you nearly got me, bruv. Don't even do that. Can I use the same name for 2 different addresses? It's a risk. Just change the name up a bit. Like, get rid of one of the letters on each name or something like that. What's going to resell besides the BOGOs? It's a good question. Honestly, I think BOGOs are your safest bet. Maybe risk the lighter, but I don't know. I think BOGOs are the only safe bet tomorrow, in all honesty. Would you recommend using manual alongside? Always. Yeah. Always. What's the best way to jig your addresses? Go into our guides, have a look there. Otherwise, do go into cook groups and ask that. But generally speaking, just some mismatches, some misspellings and stuff like that is the best way. But again, don't do it stupidly, because UPS can reject the parcel if they really want and send it back. Jet ski resale. Oh my God. Don't. Mate, that jet ski is going to be about 15k, I think. Is it on? Is the retail on that Supreme Community producer? I don't think it is it? It's not on there, is it? So the jet ski, generally speaking, is around 9k just without Supreme's branding on, like UK, which is about 12k US dollars. So yeah, don't be stupid and go for that. But even then, that's probably F&F only. They're probably all gone. Can one letter jig your address? Don't know. Just try it. Be happy that you got the opportunity to drive this dream car, G63. Yeah, it is a cool car. I love my Tesla now, though. I am fully sold on Tesla. I'm fully sold on electric cars. I'm one of them now. Like, oh yeah, I got Tesla. I love it. I absolutely love it. So spray cans you think are only for personal, no resale? They might have some. Like, not a lot. Like, they're not going to be crazily resold, but I don't know. Worse, stranger things have happened. But I think they'll have some resale, but not a lot. Just got premium. Well done, Cook Sir. Don't forget, sign up above $1.99 for this month. And just before the hype dropped. And if you want, after a few months, you can cancel it. And don't forget that once the Supreme season ends, your payments are paused anyway. And for $1.99, you get some decent features for tomorrow. Even the compact view. If you're running 10 tasks, you're going to want compact view. So it's definitely decent. Go up into the ping comment and the ping comment, and you can get that for $1.99 for this month. Cool. Odyssey, this is about Supreme, sir. It's not about Union. What a Supreme returns policy for brick items. Listen, on any item, Supreme's return policies, you can return it. Doesn't matter if it's brick or not. But it's a good thought to have, by the way. I'm going to return rather than tank the market. I like your style. What's the quantity you should choose? Ben. Mate, Ben. I think you're playing with me, son. I think you are. Benny boy. Benjamin. It's one. It's one quantity, son. It's one. Thank you. So I can create 3 tasks, just have all the different info and without using AYCD. Yeah, 100%. As long as your 3 tasks have 3 different information, yes, you can do that even without AYCD. You can do that without Gmails totally, but you are going to get capture. That's the only thing. But yeah, 100%. You can do that. Cool. Any more questions? Oh, Jake, I'm holding on, son. The hairline is pulling through 100%, but at nearly 35 years old, I'm holding on, son. All right? The only problem with cars... Oh, right. Where is the sound? Nah, listen. I've got bikes. I've got motorbikes for that axle. I've got motorbikes for the sound. And trust me, you can't get a better sound than a motorbike. But when I come past you in a Model 3, and I literally I beat anything off the line. Any car I beat in a Model 3. I don't care about the sound. If you hit 6 BOGOs, will you shave your head? No. No one wants to see that, mate. No one wants to see Josh with a bald head. Trust me. How does the in-store sign-up task work? Very simply, on a Tuesday, again at 11 o'clock, Supreme hosts their in-store sign-up. You do a normal profile. It runs through there. But it's been a bit weird recently. Their in-store sign-up hasn't been working correctly. Like yesterday, they had some problems with their card numbers. It wouldn't show up. So it kept on going down and up, down and up, down and up. So in-store's a bit of a nightmare. But I did get a text message saying I wasn't successful. So that's good. I need the white blue colorway. Looks dope. I need the grey blue. I really need the grey blue. That is a bit of me, in all honesty. Cool. Addy jig. How many? Addy, you can have 100 jigs if the jigs are good enough. You can have 100. What's the other business you run? Oh, don't get me started. I've got a few. One of them, I own an education company. The other one, I own a health well-being company. And then I'm head of education for another company. Very simple. Recent estimation of BOGO tees. It's inside of the app. Take a look. Sorry. Let me go find it. So, SwiftSole's prediction on the BOGO tee. Where are you? I've lost you. There you are. Is around $300 for the SwiftSole done. My wife left me. Thick bones. I don't know whether to applaud you or cry for you, but hopefully you hit tomorrow, and I'm sure that will go a long way in mending that heart. But if your wife left you, it's probably for a good reason. So my answer to you is, sir, don't be a dick, and you'll keep your wife. What's your personal estimation? I reckon, do you know what? I don't think it's too far off. I think maybe 150, 200 pound. 200, I think we're pushing it there. I think initially, it's going to go tank, because everyone's going to quick sell. But when I say tank, we're maybe looking better than cross BOGO. So above the 100 mark, hold all for a bit, and then it may go up to the 150, 200 pound mark. I think personally. But it obviously depends on, how hard it is to hit and what's the quantity numbers. It does depend on that as well. What are the chances of hitting with Swift? Very good. Like, Swift's been doing extremely well. The problem is you're only ever going to hear moaners say I didn't hit. But the problem is they do the madness stuff of running the exact same way, exact same week, and expect something different to happen. Makes no sense. I'm new to premium. I have 2 accounts. Can I hit more than 2 BOGOs or not? Yeah, of course you can. Oh, no, sorry. 2 accounts, or you mean 2 profiles, right? If you only got 2 profiles, you can only hit 2 BOGOs because it's 1 per profile. All right? We have to buy all StockX stock for cheap and then sell for more. Yeah, you can do that, but that's on you, sir. Hit it close to 300. Yeah. I don't think that's far off. What's the best colorway for the box logo? Do you know what? I think blue and the black is probably the best. I'll tell you the problem with the black. It's a bit too simple. The blue, I quite like the pink. I don't know, all of them. I think the blue's the best one though, personally. I think the blue's the best one. What's the most tasks you can run at once before it freezes? That's going to come down to your phone. There's too many variables in that to answer that accurately, I'm afraid. Don't run more than 10 tasks is my advice. Appreciate it, mate. You have an amazing rest of your night. Thank you so much, Galaxy. Please, I hope you guys do hit tomorrow after this. Definitely. It's really a matter of taste. Kind of, Axel, but there is going to be an overarching theme that everyone's going to like one. So one of the colour is going to skyrocket more than the other and will be better for resale, but only time will tell what one that is. Mercedes have the best F1 driver in the world. Yeah, it doesn't mean they've got the best cars on the road in central London, though. They're rubbish cars. You sat in a Mercedes? Have you honestly sat in a new Mercedes? Plastic. Have you seen the chrome they try? Chrome plastic, mate, inside with those weird vents. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Mercedes, go to Audi and then they'll teach you how to do an actual interior. How many tasks do you think I can run before the one clicks run out? So usually if you've got one account, it's between 5 to 10 one clicks, usually. Have you sat in a Saab? Yeah, years ago I sat in a Saab. A 9.3, was that a thing? It was a 9.3, wasn't it? A Saab 9, which was a convertible. Decent back in the day. I'm in the US. Should I wait for the updated task info tomorrow? 100%, Andre. 100%. Because what will happen is EU will drop. SwiftSole will see what the accurate colours are. And bang, you have got the opportunity of a lifetime. If you're from the US, congratulations. If you're from the EU, we are guinea pigs, unfortunately. Life hack. Bring your Mercedes to Brabus and make it more expensive. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to pay that much in order for it to look good. It's trash. I'm sorry. It's trash. It's a matter of opinion now. What are the different carts then? Yeah, so different carts are basically you can multi-cart. So if you're going for more than one different item, so not the BOGO tee, say you're going for the spray cans, you're going for the belt, you're going for a tracksuit, you can multi-cart. You can't multi-cart the same item with different profiles though. Okay, that doesn't work like that. But I would say don't add the box logo into any multi-cart. It's not going to work. It's simply not going to work. Do I like new EQC? No. I'll tell you the problem with most electric vehicles, and we're going right off of a tangent here. The problem with most electric vehicles is they've tried to adapt a normal petrol car to be electric. So, for instance, the EQC, I think, uses the Golf chassis and the Golf Plus body or something like that. But because they are using basically the chassis that's meant for a drive chain and all that, it doesn't work well. The chassis doesn't perform well, and the handling's rubbish. Whereas when you go to actual car manufacturers, like, is it something Star? Pro Star? Something like, I can't remember what they're called. And then also Tesla, they've built around it being electric. That's why it works. Don't try and change a petrol car to electric. It's rubbish. But anyway, sorry. BMW M4 for me. I'm still not a BMW man. I'm not. Anyway, the cans. The cans have a slight bit of resale. Yes, the Montana cans. What things will you be going for besides BOGOs? I'm going to go for the soccer shorts. I like them. Decent for the garden. No extra button like they did with Supreme Dunks. Fingers crossed, sir. Fingers crossed. It was a nice stream. I go out. Not forget. Thank you, Axel. Have a great day, sir. Have a great evening. And, of course, tomorrow be lucky. 100%. Cool. All right, guys. Well, listen. That brings us to the end. I hope that has been of some use. Sorry. And, of course, I hope that all of you guys hit tomorrow. It is going to be tough. Supreme might pull some shit. And they might add a button. They might add weird keywords or something like that. We can only control the controllables. SwiftSole are working, night and day to hopefully get a load of you and us to hit. So do bear in mind that if Supreme pulls some fast shit last minute, no one can account for that, and no bots will be able to account for that, unfortunately. So just bear that in mind. All right, it is hot in here. Go change some nappies. I know. Tell me about it. Anyway, listen, guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Do ensure that if you do hit, at me on Twitter, go inside the Discord and tag me in there. I love it when I get 100 tags and I don't read hardly any of them because I can't find them all. But I do love it when I get it, especially on Twitter and stuff. Show me all your success. And of course, do ensure that you are running random. That is our biggest opinion for EU. Then the US, you'll have updated colours. If you want to go risky and run some colours, then go for it. But random's going to be your best bet. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Have a great evening, a great morning. And of course, tomorrow, be lucky.